Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is and Worth It. So for today's episode, I want to talk about the brand new MacBook Pro that just got released today, but you guys cannot get it until 1 week later, and that is if you guys get the basic model. But obviously for me, I went for the best one, which is the 16-inch, and it basically maxed everything out to actually get like the 64 gigabytes of memory chip on there. And I decided to get like the maxed out version, which is 64 gigabytes, because that one actually has a brand new chip. So they actually announced two different chips. So there's the M1 Pro, and then there is the M1 Max. So they're basically using their own chips now. So they don't use like the AMD ones or the Intel ones anymore. They actually use their own M1 chips, and they actually made it better than the M1 chip that's already in the previous version, like the MacBook Air. And I believe they also have it in like the MacBook Pro for like 13-inch or something as well. So if you guys do end up getting like the brand new one, which is the MacBook Pro 14-inch or 60-inch, it does have the brand new M1 Pro and M1 Max chip. So that way you guys get a better and faster performance using those brand new chips on there. And when you guys compare that brand new laptop, which is 16-inch, it's slightly heavier and there's definitely a lot of improvement on there. So this is the fact that when you guys look at the side part right here, you basically get two USB-C output right here, and then you guys get two more on this side, and you basically get an aux output right here. But for brand new one, they actually changed all of that. So instead, what you guys are getting in a brand new one, you guys lose one of the USB-C output, so you guys will only have 3 of them. And I believe they made upgrades to that one as well, because they call it the Thunderbolt 4 instead of Thunderbolt 3. But what's really cool is the fact that they went backwards in time a little bit, because now they actually put on like a HDMI option and also a SD card option as well. And that's perfect for people who like do editing for like videos or photos or whatever, especially for me. I don't have to worry about using the dongle as often if I want to just use like the SD card option. Or if I want to project stuff onto like a projector or something, I can definitely just plug in the HDMI cable on here and I don't have to worry about like a dongle or adapter or whatever, which is pretty cool. So that's definitely something that's really cool that they actually changed on here. I really like that a lot. But definitely really cool how they actually use the M1 chip now, so you definitely get like the best performance on here. So when you guys compare the brand new one to the previous one that we have right here, which is from 2019, this one gives you guys the option to use up to 8-core GPU. Whereas the brand new one, they give you guys a 10-core GPU. And they also have another option available. You can use up to 32-core GPU as well. So if you guys compare that to like the previous version, they have like the AMD cards, and that already worked really, really well. So I can't even imagine how much better it can get once they actually use this brand new chip that they use for the graphic cards. And also what's really cool is the fact that they actually improved the battery life on here as well. So for the current laptop that I'm using right now, which is the 2019 version, like I mentioned, if I use it correctly, I can get up to 11 hours of usage. But when you guys compare this to like the brand new one, they mention how you get up to 21 hours of usage. It depends on how your performance is, like if you guys have it in the maximum brightness, or if you guys lower the brightness, and how much you guys are actually using the laptop in terms of like what you guys are using it for as well. So if you guys are just watching videos, then you should be fine. But if you guys are doing a lot of like editings and uploading, then that actually takes a lot of battery. So definitely the battery will vary when you guys use it. And we have to compare like the display screen from the old one that we have right here versus the new one. There's definitely improvement as well. So they mentioned the brand new one is actually going to be much brighter than the one that we have right here. And also when you guys look at the top part right here, I believe the bottom part as well, you basically see this black part right here, and that seems like it's a waste of space. So for the brand new MacBook Pro, they actually took that off and they actually used that space as well. So that way you guys are not wasting any space on here, which is pretty awesome. But the only thing that's really weird is this part right here for the camera option right here. This part right here, we actually have it covered. It basically will have this thing that just sticks out like a little notch. Basically the same thing like an iPhone. So for me, I don't think that's gonna be an issue or anything, but if that is an issue for you guys, then that's something to kind of consider. But honestly, I don't think that's an issue because they are giving you guys a full screen display and don't waste any space on top right here, even though it might be a little bit weird. I'm sure we'll get used to it just the same way that we did for the iPhone device as well. And then for the FaceTime option on the actual laptop right here, the previous version was like 720p, but for the brand new one, they actually upgraded the camera on here, and you can definitely get 1080p quality on here. So when you guys are FaceTiming with other people, you definitely get a higher quality image or higher quality video as well, which is pretty cool. But here's the part that I really like about the brand new laptop. So if you can see this part right here, how we have the touch bar option. If you guys see my video, I talked about how I hated that option because every time when I try to click on this button right here, or try to click on this button right here, somehow my finger accidentally slipped on top right here and it touches the top bar right here. And sometimes when I activate Siri by accident, I don't like that at all. So for brand new one, I guess they heard like the comments and feedback from customers, and they basically put that a button on there, which is pretty cool. But you basically will still have the Touch ID option on here when you guys get the brand new laptop, which is pretty cool. So that way it's actually open up and activate the laptop much easier, which is pretty nice. And obviously for the new laptop, if they're using all their own chips and everything, obviously like the graphics and everything is gonna be a little bit different. But they mentioned how you can definitely get like the highest quality on here, since it is one of the best MacBooks that they made so far. Hopefully it's gonna be really helpful for me to actually edit videos or like even watch videos in general. But they do emphasize about like the ProRes or ProMotion refreshing option when you guys are actually using it. So you can definitely get like the fastest speed on here when you guys are using it for like editing videos, editing graphic, or editing photos or whatever, which is definitely pretty awesome and useful for people who do a lot of editing. And they also mentioned how they made like a slight upgrade in terms of the speaker that's on here as well. It's supposed to give you guys this all-around sound to actually adapt to your ear for each person's different ear, because everyone reacts differently and hear things differently as well. And also what's really cool about the brand new laptop, they're actually going back in time to use the MagSafe charger. So if you guys don't remember what that was, it's basically a magnetic charger where you guys actually just clip it on right here and it sticks on. And when you're done using it, you just have to just pull it out. So you don't have to really insert anything in. It's just basically like a magnet that's holding it in, which is pretty awesome. So for those of you guys who are like an OG MacBook fan or owner, you definitely will know what I'm talking about. And that's actually really cool, so now people don't have to worry about like tripping over cables and pulling the whole entire laptop down. So they use like a magnetic option. Once you guys pull the cable down, it just comes off and it won't drag the computer down, which is pretty nice. And supposedly for the power adapter that they provide for you guys is much stronger as well. The previous version, which is what we have right here, they provide you guys a 96 watt power charger. But the brand new one will provide you guys a 140 watts charger. So you can definitely get like the fastest charging speed on here when you guys actually use it. But definitely the main thing that's actually a game changer for the brand new laptop is the brand new M1 chips that they use, like the M1 Pro and M1 Max chip. And that is if you guys maxed it out, which is what we got. In terms of storage wise, I don't think it really matters that much. If you guys need to store your stuff somewhere else, you can definitely plug in a hard drive and store stuff in there as well. But that's basically everything about the product that I want to talk about. So obviously right now I cannot even show you guys the product because we don't actually have the product yet. Supposedly for the one that I got, which is all maxed out, that one will not actually deliver or arrive until later on in December because I maxed everything out. But like I mentioned, if you guys want like the most basic one, you could probably get it sometime around next week. But based on everything that we talked about in terms of the improvement that's actually made on here, I would definitely have to say that both the 14-inch and 16-inch for the brand new MacBook Pro is actually really worth it if you guys want one and need one of these. And it doesn't even matter if you guys are a professional editor for like videos, photography, or whatever. It actually works really, really well and is perfect for people to use for any kind of occasion, even if you guys are a student, so that way you can get the best performance on your laptop. But definitely it is especially worth it for people who do a lot of editing or a lot of work that requires a lot of speed on there. And also if you guys want the best performance, then this is definitely super worth it as well. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or having one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.